Dear students, we are studying chapter number 3, that is force and pressure. In today's video, we are going to learn the next part of the chapter, that is balanced force and unbalanced force. Balanced and unbalanced forces. So students, so many objects are present around us, and some of that objects are in the motion, where some objects are stationary, steady objects. So the objects, either these are in the motion or these objects are in the rest. So forces, different forces are acted upon that objects. So students, we are going to learn about that forces. We will see here some examples. Suppose this is object. This is a block A or object A. This is block B. And this is block C. Here 3 blocks are present, 3 objects are present. Now, in case of this object A, 2 persons are trying to pull that object. 2 persons trying to pull that object towards themselves. Means here this object or this block is trying to pull by these 2 persons. Now students, see, force is applied by these 2 persons and they are applying here same force. These 2 people, these 2 persons, they are applying same force on same object, but the force is from opposite direction. That force is in the opposite direction. So that what happens? Object will not move. This object will not move. It remains steady. Why steady? Why it remains steady? Because both the person, they are applying same force, equal force they are applying in opposite directions. In opposite direction. This person pull in this direction, where this person pull in another direction. Means here directions are opposite, but force is equal. And due to that pulling from these 2 persons, that object will not move, and such kind of force applied by 2 sides by 2 persons is called as a balanced force. It's called as a balanced force. Now students, this balanced force is defined as the force acting on object. The force acting on object with equal magnitude and in opposite direction. Equal magnitude and opposite direction. Now students, see here. Equal magnitude means what? Both persons are trying to pull same object. They both are applying same force, same amount of force, which is called as a equal magnitude of force. So here equal magnitude is present in both the direction. So students, object will not move. So what happened here? Suppose this person is applying 3 Newton force. Newton, we know Newton is the unit of force. So this person is applying 3 Newton force. So same force is there, equal magnitude is there. So that another person, it is also applying 3 Newton force. So that here the net force acting on that object, net force acting on that object is 0. Is 0. And due to that, means here force is not acting. 0 force is acting, and due to that object will not move. Understand? And such kind of force is called as a balanced force. Once again, see the definition. A force acting on a body with equal magnitude in opposite direction. Such force is called as a balanced force. So many examples are there. While we are playing the game of tug of war, in that same thing happen. The rope, it remains steady because both teams are applying same force on that rope, so that it will remain steady. So many examples are there. Now come to the next, that is in case of this object B. Suppose a single person, only one person try to pull this object. Okay, here one object is there and this object pulling by a person, a single person. Then what happened? That object is going in, or it is moving in the direction of force. The object, it moves in the direction of force. So students, what happened here? That person apply force on this block or on this object in this direction. Okay, so more force is applied by the person, and from this side there is no force acting on object or zero force acting on this object. From opposite side means only from this side more force is applied, so that object starts moving in the direction of force. Object starts moving in the direction of force, so that this is said to be unbalanced force. Means here large magnitude of force is present only in one direction, only in this direction. So it is example of unbalanced force, right? Unbalanced force, which is defined as a force acting on object, with unequal magnitude in opposite direction. With unequal magnitude in opposite direction. Now students, again see here, the force acting from this side is 0. No force is acting, so it is 0. And some force, suppose this person apply 4 Newton force on this object. Okay, 4 Newton force. And from this side it is 0. Means total or net force acting on this object, it will be 4 Newton. So large force is present in that direction. So the object will start moving in the direction of force. So students, again see the definition of unbalanced force is that the force acting on a body with equal magnitude in opposite direction. Such force is called as unbalanced force. Now come to the C, object C. So here again block is present, a object is present, and see that object is present on the earth surface. On the earth surface. So that object is steady object, stationary object, and no any person trying to pull it, trying to push it. No any person is present around this object. This object is a stationary, steady object. Now students, we have seen that here in a balanced force, that it is here balanced force, both sides or both persons are applying force on object, so that object remains steady, object remains stationary. And here unequal force is present, unbalanced force is present, and due to unbalanced force every object will be there in the motion. So students, why this object is steady? So as this object is steady, so any balanced forces are acted upon this object. So who applied that balanced forces? Now see here, as this object is present on the earth surface, the gravitational force acted from the downward direction on this object, as well as a frictional force of surface acted from upward direction. So here the frictional force and this gravitational force, both the forces are acted upon this object with equal magnitude, and so that this object will not move, it remains steady. So here also again this example is also of the balanced force. So this is about the balanced and unbalanced forces, which is very important. Now remaining part we will see in the next video. Till then, thank you.